Hey everyone, it's Mace1370 here for part 2 of the Legend Climb. Before we get into it, please make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Also, see the video description below for a link to my Discord. Okay, so going up against, I think a lot of people call this person like SSB guy, just because he usually has an SSB rep. He gets first pick and bans out Hwayoung and Ran. First pick's Apocalypse Ravi. I think he's generally a kind of like slow, grindy player, at least from when I've queued into him in the past. I know he used to like to pick SSB and Basar a lot, but it's been a really long time since I've queued into him. I banned out Sea Lily, so that's not really an option. I think I'd probably just go for like a Protect the Stenny comp, since that's good into Apocalypse Ravi. So we'll take DN. Her anti-crit is also good into A-Ravi. And I guess then I'll take AOL because I don't want him to take AOL into my DN.
I'm left with no choice.
I'll do anything for her.
He takes Hand Guy and DJ Basar. So I think it would be a little awkward to take FCC. As our mitigator. Although FCC is really nice when you have Landy because it provides the barriers, but DJ Basar is annoying. We can take Adventurer Ross. This could be a little risky into the DJB. To be honest, I don't have a ton of experience playing into DJB. Not many people were picking him on the last day. I mean, like, he had just kind of become a little meta, so it was fairly uncommon to run into him. I think Stenny's still a good pick. I think I want some sort of tank here. I don't think Crow is good because APOC can just injure him. FCC is a little awkward because of the DJB. I guess I could have just not taken Ras and I could have taken another DPS threat. I didn't love that either. I kind of wanted to leave my last pick for a DPS since I wasn't sure what he was going to be taking. He takes Archdemon, which is smart. I kind of wanted the Archdemon myself, but he picked 2 immunity buffers, which would make that pretty awkward. So Archdemon was not really on the table for me after he took both of those. I can't really take Solitaria here because then he could ban Spectre and I don't have DPS. I mean, I guess Solitaria could hide from him reasonably well, so it could be a must ban anyways if he just got CC'd. It would rely on me stripping a lot though, and since he has 2 cleansers, it's a little risky. I wasn't sure who else to take, so I take Landy. You know, he has double buffers with Hand Guy and DJB, so Landy seems okay. He bans out Aras, which is a little unfortunate because I kind of want that mitigation to help protect DN. I would have put her in the back, but now we don't have that, so we're a little squishy. I don't want to S2 here because he could just remove it with DJB, and I want to save the cleanse if I need to later.
Grant me the power to extinguish the evil.
I think we can just hold here. Maybe he does. No, yeah, he just S1s.
If you're scared,
run. Gets a dual attack, but it's pretty irrelevant. Looks like he's working on AOL just to deny her the CR boost. That APOC hits pretty hard. So we can just use our S3 here, and I think it's okay. This will force him to use a skill on either DJB or Hand Guy, and then that'll give our Landy the ability to, start stacking her focus. I just noticed this was Crimson Seed on APOC, so I think I actually kind of misplay here. Yeah, I think I actually had I had a win. I don't even need to skill 2 with DN here. I could have just saved it. I was debating about killing DJB or Amaro, and I think I'd go for the Amaro, but I didn't need to. I had plenty of time to work on this Amaro. It's also pretty squishy, so this might be a high damage Amaro. Yeah, I should have just dumped everything into Apocalypse Ravi, to be honest. But we go on Amaro instead. I think this is a mistake. Yeah, this was a misplay on my part.
Say my name.
Misplay for a couple reasons. I don't think I needed the CR boost from DN, and I didn't need the barrier. Like, none of my stuff was exposed, and he had no AoE to get to it. So my thought was like, oh, I kind of wanted the barrier to protect DN, but, you know, DJB can just get rid of it, right? So that's kind of not very helpful. I think I thought, oh, I can just ape him down here. But this APOC is actually kind of slow, and it looks like my DN is lapping around.
Allow me to purify
you know, and then with the CR boost from Landy and the speed buff, she's definitely going to take a turn, and then her buffs will wear off, and she'll be pretty exposed because she doesn't have anti-crit anymore. And he can strip the barrier here.
Sometimes even I'm amazed by my own talent.
Yeah, now he can just work down DN.
I believe this is what the goddess wills.
And this gives him a revive target for ADS, and I'm kind of out of gas, I think. See, I think if I had noticed that he was on Seed when I was playing the match, I would have dumped all my souls into Apocalypse Ravi, and I think if I did that and I didn't CR boost with DN when I did, I think I would have won this, because probably would have killed the APOC.
Here. I will open the doors.
Yeah, I think I would have killed the APOC for sure, because my entire team lapped around, right? So even if my soul burn from stunning didn't kill, the Landy would have followed up around, and he would have pretty much had to cleanse, because that APOC would have been poisoned, and then Landy would have gotten stacks and would have been able to S3 probably for the kill. We would have had time, I think, to work down the aim arrow at that point. You know, we could have killed the DJB next and then gone for the aim arrow. So this was a sequence error on my part. That's why I like going back over these games and looking at them. You know, I think you learn by watching, you know, your mistakes.
Why not surrender?
I think my thought process at the time was that I just wanted to focus down the aim arrow before she would get, you know, her ultimate off. But the difficulty is I kind of didn't take into account how fast my Diane would have lapped around with the speed buff, so she just exposed herself. Also, that aim arrow debuffed my AOL, I just noticed, and my AOL has like 150 plus ER, which is interesting. Okay, next up we have Dam Dam. So he's banning Conquer Lilius and Huayang, so we can't pick Conqueror. We could go APOC here and then threaten, you know, the cleave, since Ran is available. I like APOC in this situation. That way you have the APOC if they want to take the Ran, and that's a much more favorable spot to be in than the other way around, I think.
I will guide you through the light.
So he takes DN, and I think DN is kind of susceptible to getting cleaved, but he takes FCC early, which is kind of interesting. I think we can still take the Ran.
I always give my all.
And do I commit fully to the cleave here? It's a little. There's a little bit of trepidation on my part to do that because of the FCC, because he's already bulked down a bit. This might be greedy for me. I just take the Politis. My thought was like, okay, I mean, I guess I am committed to cleave, but Politis is really good into DN. It's very awkward for her to use her skills. And if my Politis does activate, she can put buff block, which, you know, kind of prevents the FCC from putting shields up and stuff. The difficulty is if I can't ban out the FCC, sometimes these cleaves aren't able to punch through. So he takes Dilibet, so he's definitely going anti-cleave now.
How pathetic.
And then Arbiter Vildred. So I feel like I'm not super threatened by Arbiter Vildred because I have APOC and Politis already. So I think that pick was favorable for me. I don't want to go super heavy debuff because he's taken the Dilibet. So we kind of have to go a more damage-oriented option. So we can go Pavel Ida, I guess could work. We might lack a bit of damage, but he doesn't have that many threats on his side. Because the Dian's kind of a dead pick for him. If we can burst down, you know, his like 1 or 2 damage sources, then he's kind of SOL at that point. So we can take the Pavel. I don't know, yeah, Pavel Ida is usually not great into FCC. I wasn't sure what else to do here, though.
Someone could die.
What's our assignment?
He takes ACID, so we can just ban out the ACID. So I assume he bans probably... I feel like he should probably ban Politis. Politis or Ida, maybe? No, I think he's... I guess he bans Ran. That's kind of a weird ban. I feel that with ACID, I have to ban ACID, because that could be like a 315 ACID or something. And he has the Delibet for Ran, so I guess it would let me boost up Ida, and he's afraid of that if I ban the FCC. Maybe that was his, why he did that. And I guess he thinks that I just won't have enough damage to kill him this way.
Engaging the enemy. Target down.
So we'll just go on to DN here.
Let's advance together.
I feel like she probably can't press buttons because then it'll boost Politis, and that's bad for him.
My goddess.
But he goes for it. So he presses S2 to heal. But now we can take care of the Arbiter Vildred with our Politis. I'm pretty sure we can. I guess it's behind FCC, maybe it's a little bulky, but I think we have to go for it. If we can kill Arby and then prevent Arby from doing a bunch of damage on his revive, then I think we're pretty good. We just go for skill 3 here, I think.
It's time for the finale of this little puppet show.
Yeah, this FCC is mitigating a ton of damage, which is unfortunate, but this RB is blinded and buff blocked. So I don't think he's going to have the damage to deal with my Apocalypse Ravi. And that's, yeah, that's like a 12k RB, so this is kind of a thick RB. He hits on a lot of stuff, though. And then Delibet gets a turn, so that's kind of awkward. I guess we could have just skill 1'd on the RB with our Politis. I kind of wanted to just go for a bunch of damage. Yeah, I think we just skill 3 on RB here.
Dead comrades are waiting for you.
What do we get back? We get Politis back. That's a pretty decent one. It's not Ida. I guess we probably prefer Ida. But Politis is fine. We kill the FCC. So I don't think there's much hope for this Delibet to solo me at this point, because the blind debuff is going to wear off soon. And we get another activation with Politis there. Yeah, and that's game. Okay, this game is against Delphi's. He's a Dark Snow guild member. A lot of them cleave, but probably not all of them. He's banning Ran, so probably not cleaving, at least not with Ran. And he is also banning Huayong, which is a pretty common pre-ban on the last day. We have Sea Lilies open though, so we can take that. And it's nice that he banned Ran in a way, because that's one less contester we have to worry about.
Kiss my feet.
First pick, Spectre Tenebria. Okay, and then Delibet. So he's immediately going into anti-cleave mode with the Delibet. But the Spectre kind of leaves him open to being aggroed down, because he's taken 2 units and no mitigation yet. I think Apocalypse Ravi is okay here. Sometimes I don't love APOC with Sea Lilies because you lack damage, but against a Designer Lilibet, I think APOC is good. It gives you the option of kind of flexing into more of a standard type draft and just outlasting the Designer Lilibet. And we can probably just take Amelia or Diane. I guess we'll just take Diane. Amelia's a little more aggressive, but I want to kind of be able to go for value here, and I've pre-banned AOL, so Diane has one less counter. I think it would be hard for him to take C. Lilius in this spot because, or not C. Lilius, obviously, Landy in this spot because we have the C. Lilius, so we can expose the Landy. Rimuru could be a little bit annoying, but we could also take the Rimuru next if he doesn't. Rimuru into Delibet can be a little threatening. If he takes Falconer Clori, that's kind of weird. Falconer Clori and Hand Guy. I know Kukrabot is in his guild, and Kukrabot likes to take Stenny and Falconer Clori, so I wonder if he is, like shared his drafts or showed Delphi's, like his playstyle, and Delphi's is trying it out. Because this feels like a Kukrabot draft, I guess. Whenever I see Flurry, that's all I think of, because I think he's one of the only players on the ladder that drafts Flurry right now. I love Flurry, though. She's a great hero. It's just the 15%. If you get 15% on that S3, it feels so bad. I think we can take Landy here. He only has one way right now of exposing Landy, and that's Dilibet. And we have the DN to help, put shields up and prevent that from happening. And then we can take Ida, because that'll be a nice bridge for us in this spot, and this will really threaten the Spectre Tenebria. I feel like he has to ban Ida, because we have 2 fast units that can boost the Ida up, right? He bans the DN. I think that might have been a bad ban. I think he had to ban Ida there, because I feel like Spectre's just dead now.
I'll make you taste despair.
Whoa, that's actually a turbo fast Designer Lilibet. That's crazy. So let's see, my Ida is like 240 something speed. That is a fast Designer Lilibet. How cheeky. We just have to boost here, and I think we still cut because of we can push back the Designer Lilibet. And I think this gives our Ida the turn. Yes, it does.
I can.
Yeah, so Ida and Designer Lilibet push up the same amount, but you can push back with C. Lilius, so your Ida, if it's speed tuned, will typically cut. And that was a turbo fast Designer Lilibet.
I see a touch of death.
Okay, so this should, if this doesn't kill, it should give our Landy the turn. Yep, and now we can skill through with Landy, and that should be game. Thank you, Crypto.
You interrupt my work.
He's been very barky today. Okay, so Designer's getting the turn, but it doesn't really matter now. I don't think he can kill A-Robbie. I mean, I guess Flurry could defense break, but we can just kill the Flurry now. I think we work on the Flurry because whoever Flurry provokes will go into Flurry, so that's where we want the damage to go to take that unit out.
Just like we practiced.
He can also put up shield with Hand Guy, I guess, but we have a lot of threats on the board. Pretty much every single thing we have needs to die immediately because they can all do a lot of damage. So he goes into Ida. That feels like a waste. I think he should have gone into Apocalypse Ravi. Because Ida's so squishy, he can probably just kill the Ida.
Just a second.
We pull the worst one.
Are you sure?
Okay, at least we crit that time.
If you wish to live, this is it.
And now we pull a good one. Okay, yeah.
I never fight a losing battle.
Yeah, I think at this point there's no way he can win. You can't kill APOC. Yep, that's game.
You're not playing a trick on me, right?
This match is against Datemo Griff. Have not played this person before, but he pre-bans Apocalypse Ravi and Ran. So he really does not like getting cleaved to those two, I guess. Has first pick and takes Hua. That's a pretty common first pick. Let's see. Ceylilius is pre-banned because we're second pick. So probably one of our better openers here is DN. And if we take that, we probably need to take the AOL, so he doesn't. Alternatively, you could consider taking AOL and Stenny, because Stenny is one of the only other like good neutral DPS options. I think either of those openers would be fine. You know, he could take the DN, but then you have the AOL, so he probably doesn't, so he'd probably take the hand guy at that point, and then you could take DN third, so it doesn't really matter because you're probably going to get those units anyways. Although if you take the Stenny early, I think that might open you up a little bit to getting potentially cleaved, I guess. Maybe with like Pierre or something, just because you have like one less opener. I suppose that could happen either way though.
Get ready.
Okay, so he takes Politis. So that's 2 red units. So we could consider taking a blue DPS unit, but then you could counter with like green or something, and it's one of those like annoying like 50-50 ban situations. I think we take the Spectre here. I'm going to take the Lifesteal one, just because the Politis is threatening a little bit of damage into her. And we hit the AOL, so that's probably going to get triggered. My concern with doing that, though, is that Huayang can cycle a lot and can kill a lot of things, especially with Soulburn. And so oftentimes when you play into a Hua with Spectre, it feels very much like a race. You know, who can kill the other one first. And Huayang kills things pretty quick. So the damage one might have been the better play. We could take Adventurer Ras here. I think he's good. He gives us the option to play solo carry DPS, and he also gives that nice barrier for the to help mitigate the Huayang nuke, right? So I think Aras is good. Landy would be another typical, you know, pick in this comp, which I've done before, but Landy not good here because of the Politis. But depending on what he last picks, we could always take the Landy and then ban the Politis. He's threatening Arya. Arya would actually be a really good last pick for us if it was built on like lifesteal with damage, I think. Because even if it doesn't get the first turn, you could put it in the back behind Adventurer Ross, and I think it would potentially solo. Well, now definitely not with Basar. We can't do that. So what do we take last here? We may have to ban the Basar now. He's kind of light on damage. We can't take Apoc though, because it's banned. And then there's some damage. Well, that's a lot of red things. I think we ban the Basar, because if he bans AOL, or if he bans DN, we don't really have a cleanse. So we probably take a blue DPS unit like SSB or REM, and then we get rid of the Basar. I don't think it really matters which you take here between REM or SSB. I feel like SSB is probably a little more consistent, just because you know like she's going to counter. SSB is also nice because if Politis does activate, that's 4 stacks for her, right? So sometimes you can kind of just get them to impale themselves on SSB. Okay, he bans it. We put DN in the back. Spectre can't get hit with single targets, so no point in putting her in the back. So DN is the one we want to protect. This forces him to use the first Hua kick on either AOL or Aras.
I will guide you through the light.
Okay, interesting. He has no books. So that's probably a Crown Politis, but then what is his hand guy on? I guess I go for the boost here. I don't know about that.
Don't worry.
This gives a skill null.
Do not interfere.
Oh, I guess my thought... Okay, so I think I remember what I was thinking here. If he uses his Politis skills, this will push up AoL above Hand Guy, and then we can silence Hand Guy, and Hand Guy won't get to do his stuff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So yeah, we should... Because he can't Soulburn Politis because he doesn't have books. So we just skill 3. Yeah, that was the play. So if we silence Hand Guy here, that is big time trouble for him. So we do get the silence. Unfortunately, we don't get the buff block. That doesn't actually matter though, because he's just going to cleanse with Hand Guy. He will get a Huayong skill 3 here though.
Are you my next target?
And unfortunately, our Spectre does have hit down. We can Soulburn out of it.
My most powerful strike.
Okay, so Aras is pretty much dead. Is it worth skill 3 just to heal up a little bit? Oh wait, why did I Soulburn? That was a misplay. That was so dumb. There's no point in Soulburning, like Aras is dead.
You aren't even fit to kiss my feet.
Yeah, that was just a waste of souls. So now we're just burning all the way into Kalrak here, missing every time it looks like.
At least try to make it fun.
Yeah, so we triple missed, but at least we kill him. But yeah, shouldn't have Soulburned on Aras. That was a big misplay. I don't know why I did
I
that.
believe this is what the goddess wills.
Politis has used her stuff, so we can skill 3 on DN. This one, I guess probably not worth Soulburning on her because
Understand.
now Politis is going to take a turn and would just activate again, which would be annoying. Because at this point I don't think we can afford to get Crown stunned.
Now. By the means of goddess.
Kind of a meaningless dual attack there. We have to get rid of this Politis so we can use our skills again.
I'll fight
So
you.
he's working down Aras,
I will guide
and
you
that's a
to the
kill.
light.
I guess we just go for it, just for the heals.
The children will help.
That was kind of greedy.
Don't come near me.
I guess now we're going to work down Huayong,
Get ready.
because Politis has kind of done her damage, so to speak.
If you're scared, run.
Are you my next target?
Wow.
Okay, we can silence. Probably should have
All right.
Soulburned that. I guess that was greedy, but we landed it. I can't remember. Did Politis take a turn? Is she gonna get? I think I forgot in game too. I was trying to check if she'll activate. I think she will, so I think we just pass.
I will guide you through the light.
I think one of the annoying things is it's hard to tell if a unit has their passive ability like this. It's the same thing with Rimuru. You know, whether they have it available or not. It would be nice if there's an indicator in game to show you that, because you kind of have to just keep track of it, and I'm bad about doing that.
The situation is critical.
This is scary though because he has Soulburn on Huayong, so he can shred through my team pretty quickly. So I think we need to kill Huayong, especially if he Soulburns. If he Soulburns Politis, then I don't know if we care, but
Should I warm up
okay, he
a
doesn't.
little?
Yeah, he's probably going for the Huayong Soulburn. Yeah, he is. All right, so this is a dead AOL.
Ultimate. I don't want to fight a pushover.
Not bad.
I think that was a misplay. We should have hit into Hua, even though, you know, the barrier is there. We need to kill Huayong because she's Soulburned.
I believe this is what the goddess wills.
Are you my next target?
This is what I'm talking about. How it just becomes kind of a race. So I think the damage Spectre was better here. Now, granted, we did miss like 3 times in a row with Spectre. And if we had hit at least one of those, I think that would have given us a lot more tempo, right? Because we just needed 1 hit on Fire Hand Guy
Feel sorry.
to kill him, and we missed every single time. But now we're blinded again, so that's great. I guess now we must hit, right? That's only justice. Okay, we hit.
You aren't even fit to kiss my feet.
I think we have to stun here, or we just die. I guess I could have gone for the kill on hand guy for the pushback, would have been another potential play.
Let's advance together.
Okay, now we can boost again.
I never fight a losing battle.
I believe this is what the goddess wills.
And then we can heal, but this Hua unit has already moved up to the top of the CR bar.
Should I warm up a little?
So Hua probably kills our DN here, but our Spectre will cut in between and will be max stacks.
Most powerful strike.
So yeah, I did misplay a couple times. Threw away a bunch of souls with Ras, so that was bad. And I think we probably should have just worked on Hwayoung and killed her, because she was about to kill our team there, but we got the win anyways.
How about no?
Okay, next game we have against KJ. We got first pick, which is nice. He's banning Hua and AOL, so this will let us take Conquer Lilius. He's pretty fast though. He's taking Piera.
Let's begin.
And Acid out the gate. So that's pretty aggressive. Well, I think Apoc Ravi is good against Acid at the very least. Maybe not good against Piera, but good against Acid. And then we can take Hand Guy because he's a tanky option against Acid. You know, for the cleanse. Or rather, he's a cleanse that's not going to die to Acid, right? And I think we probably just take Apoc here, I would imagine. Because he's positioning to be the aggressive drafter right now with that Acid pick.
Your life ends here.
I think if we wanted to be the aggressive drafter, we would have taken Ran instead of Hand Guy. And then I guess that could have potentially threatened to one-shot the
Are
Acid.
you sure?
Okay, he's taking Charles and Ida. So I'm not really worried about outspeeding the Charles. Ida's a little scary. You may have to ban out the Para. Because if that Para takes first turn, we're pretty screwed because it can boost up the Ida. So we need to take some defensive measures here. I think
Children of the stars.
Elena is good, bizarrely, right? Because that's good into both Charles and good into Ida. The one issue could be Para, because I think we kind of need to ban the Para. Para could restrict Elena. And then we can take Armin. I think Armin is good into the rest of his team here. They're all AoE, and Armin's green into 2 blue units. So I think Garmin is a good choice.
I'll do everything I can.
He takes Watcher Shuri. And let's see, do we have to ban Watcher? Watcher's kind of scary because he has Sash. Also Skill Null could threaten Aravi, so we're just going to ban Watcher. He bans Elena. I think he probably had to ban Elena. Maybe he thought we were banning Piera, but I also kind of wanted to try to get value out of my Sea Lilius, and Watcher negates her. We get outsped by both Piera and Acid, which is pretty spooky. So he gets to boost up his Ida here. But my team is very tanky, so I don't know if I care about Ida so much. He RNLs, that's a little concerning. He gets the stun on Aravi. I don't think that matters too much because we have Hand Guy, although it will potentially boost. If Hand Guy gets pushed back and then Aravi doesn't or something, then the stun could matter. Okay, we get a counter from Green Armin here.
Let me warm up.
Now Acid gets to go. Probably just nukes Sea Lilius, I would imagine. Yeah, so see ya, Sea Lilius. Okay, now Charles gets a turn, but we still have Garmin. And I don't think this Charles is going to kill Hand Guy. So we're going to get the cleanse off, which is really key, right? Because he still has the Para.
If you're scared, run. With my
Yeah, and I think we have to... I really do want to be able to put up the barrier, but I think we should lap around because of that CR cut. I guess Acid might get a turn. Maybe we run it into Acid, because he's the next one up in line. Ida's a for sure kill, though.
It'll be the last thing you feel.
Do I kill Acid through a miss? I think it's a little dicey with the Pierre mitigation, right? Because that's a 30% Aureus.
Despair.
And we definitely kill Ida, so I think that's the safer play, and this will give us C. Lilius so we can push back the Acid and, you know, provoke him and get the shield, etc. Now we have Vigor buff on our super tanky team, so I think now we're okay. Got another counterattack from Garmin, very nice. Yeah, I don't think he's in a position to win anymore, because we're going to be able to put up another barrier with Hand Guy. Yeah, I think we just go on the Acid.
What's our assignment?
I will remove any and all obstacles.
So it looks like C. Lilius is going down again. Oh no, she lives. Vigor buff is OP, and that's another counter from Garmin. Nice.
I'll take your life.
Cannot stop here.
Your life. I'll deal with this.
I have not matched into this person, but whatever their name is, it looks like it's the same character 5 times in a row, which is kind of funny. Also, the guild name is Solita, and then the person has a Solitaria rep, which is, I wonder if that's a coincidence or not, not sure. Also, I don't know what's going on, because it looks like I'm playing into a first pick LQC Blue Rose Wombo combo.
Show me what you can do.
So I guess he's trying to Rose Cleave me.
Get ready.
I take Rampolitis, so we're just going to race and cleave back because Rose is slow, right? I guess the one kind of awkward thing is that Rose often holds Aureus in these, which means that Ran may not kill squishy units.
Being popular is so
There's the Solitaria. I have no idea what's going on. So it makes you wonder, like, is that a super fast Solitaria? But I don't think it's going to be faster than Ran.
Glory be with
Okay, then he takes Ruel. I think he might be pivoting out. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know what's happening. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to take here. I guess we just go Pavel.
You have to fight. You fight.
Pavel and what? Ida is a potential thing. Maybe Caesarea? Let's see, is Caesarea good? I think Caesarea could be okay, because even if his team has a bunch of immunity, and he bans the Ran, the Pavel would CR boost me, and then Caesarea with some souls can probably stun or kill some stuff. Oh, I guess I could do CDOM also. Kind of same idea. Like, I want a bridge unit. Okay, then he takes RB. I technically do have a couple answers for that with Pavel and Ida, so could potentially leave RB in. Could ban Rose, because that's maybe the Aureus. Yeah, I think we can just get rid of the RB. Okay, he bans CDOM. So we get the Pavel Ran combo with a Soul Burn. So we could potentially Soul Burn the Ran for defense breaks. Do we need to do that? Ruel probably has ER, and that's a little spooky.
I'll show you the path to victory.
We do this.
But maybe we don't, because let's see, we have Politis. Yeah, I think we can hold. We'll use the burn on Pavel because we should. I mean, hypothetically, should be able to get defense breaks on LQC, right? Which is the one we really care about. Okay, so this should kill the things with defense breaks, but it doesn't, I guess, because Aureus. Okay, also spooky, but we can skill 3 into something here. Probably Solitaria, because that's gonna CC the rest of my team.
Attention! Don't let your guard down.
Oh, you know what? I think, I was thinking like, oh yeah, the Aureus will splash onto the Rose and kill her, but Pavel ignores Aureus.
You'll pay for your crimes.
Oh, interesting. He just killed Politis. I guess he had to do that because it would
Take your
trigger.
life.
Yeah, it would trigger
I will open
Politis if he boosted.
the doors to
Okay, well we can kill LQC, which is on Sigurd's side. That's a little spooky too.
Understand.
But now he just has Ruel, so we can skill 2 into Ruel, which is on proof. So now if he brings anything back, Politis will activate, and that should strip the invincibility.
Everyone to victory.
He brings back LQC. Okay. Yeah, and that strips.
Alright. Show me what you can do. It's a
Alright, well now I think we just kill the Ruel. We get a nice dual attack. I don't know if that mattered. He's already used skill 3 on LQC, so it's kind of whatever. We can skill 3 with Politis for sure. This will prevent the immunity from going up and give LQC hit down. Yeah, that's good.
Neutralized.
Okay, here we get first pick in Celilius. The opponent, though, takes Amelia and Huayang, which I think was a pretty smart response. I feel like Celilius drafts can sometimes lack enough, offensive momentum if you don't have Amelia on your side, and the opponent really tanks down. And I actually didn't run into a lot of people that drafted this way, but I think it was a decent response. I take Aravi. I think this was a mistake. I don't think I should have taken Aravi. I take Politis. Politis might be okay because it kind of shuts the Amelia off. It does enable the Lionheart Sirmia though. And then there's the Pillis. So I think this is a little bit of a pickle. I think maybe a better response would have been Steny DN. I think that would have been better. Yeah, you can see I'm not sure what to pick here. I kind of want Ida because Ida will help just nuke out the Huayang. So I take Dien to be able to enable that. I think unfortunately though, the thing is they can just ban Ida now, and then I have like 0 gas, right? Alright, so he takes Archdemon. I kind of want to ban out Mitigation because I feel like I'm going to lack damage. So I think my best bet here is to, you know, get attack buff and vigor on Politis and Soulburn and get rid of that Hwayoung, like ASAP. And if I do that, then maybe my APOC can carry. APOC should beat Lionheart's Sirmia, but the problem is with Amelia and Amaro, like Amaro might, you know, get a lot of turns and then that's spooky. This is also a turbo fast Amelia. Like, super fast, because my DN is 300 speed, and you can see Amelia's in front of DN there, so we have to push back the Amelia. This is also a turbo fast Hwayoung as well, so this entire enemy team is super fast. And this is awkward because if I attack buff, I don't think my Politis gets a turn, so we have to boost. Oh, and then Hawk cuts anyways, jeez. Yeah, that is a fast Hwayoung. Yeah, so he goes into Politis. Do we live with a shield? Nope. Okay, so I think I should have... okay, what I should have done is... Also, I guess we didn't provoke Amelia either. That's very awkward. Yeah, this is super over now. So I think the only way we win here is we skill 3 with DN, because we weren't going to cut with Politis anyways. And then we also have to land the provoke on Amelia. If he kills Politis, we then slam skill 3 into maybe Sirmia, maybe Amelia. Yeah, maybe just I mean, ideally we'd kill Amara, but I don't think we kill there. But yeah, we slam skill 3 to kill something, basically. Okay, playing against Mianon. We get Celelius again. He takes FCC and Politis. AOL is pre-banned, so we do have the option of going Operator Sigret. Have to be a little careful with that though, because you want to be able to give your Operator Sigret attack buff or vigor, and hard to do with Politis. So I'm a little hesitant to take Op Sig in that scenario. Let's see, I guess we can go Hand Guy. Hwayoung is banned. Do we want Aravi or do we want Steny? Aravi's good into Politis, but kind of meh into Fallen Cecilia. Yeah, I guess Aravi's fine. I think we probably try to pivot into more of a standard draft here. He goes Designer Lilibet. That's, I think, good for us, because he's kind of committing more to the anti-aggro. He takes Steny. I kind of wanted Steny. We can take Aras +1. Plus, I think actually Amaro would be really good here. Archdemon Mercedes. His only cleanses Designer Lilibet, and she can only do that once, right? So, yeah, I think Aras Amaro would be great. Oh, SSB also okay. Either way, they're both good carries. Yeah, he takes Solitary, so we just ban that. I think SSB is good too. We have double immunity to protect her from the stun from Steny or Politis. He bans out Hand Guy, but that's okay. We have Aras, so we can get immunity up on SSB that way. We don't have to press buttons on Celelius, so that means that Politis doesn't get the strip. I think we just skill 1 into Politis here, probably. or we could go for Designer Lilibet. No, yeah, I think Politis is the right choice. Okay, chop chop. Okay, he goes for the silence on Aras, but that's why you put ER on him. Let's see, do we want... I think, yeah, we just want defense buff. He's going to go with his whole team here. We want to mitigate the damage. And we don't need immunity on SSB now. And honestly, Aras might lap around in front of her anyways. And ideally, we want a soul burn with the Aras, right? He will try to CC Ras, though, so this is kind of a ER test, I suppose. So that's a little spooky because both Spectre and Politis have innate effectiveness, but I think I've built my Ras at like 130 ER explicitly for that, right? So it's going to prevent you know, them from being able to take advantage of that. Yeah, I think the opponent is in a pretty bad position here because we have Aureus, we have Apocalypse Ravi, and he doesn't really have any reliable cleanses. Like, as soon as we land some defense breaks with SSB, like, this is very over. Here I go for Fallen Cecilia just to put a little injury on her so the shields are less effective down the line. Could also just go straight into Politis so we can start pressing buttons. Unfortunately, we do not have Soulburn on Aras, which kind of stinks. I go for it anyways here because I really want to keep immunity on SSB. I don't want her getting stunned. And yeah, here we can just fully wind up, and this will give us a defense break on the next attack. This will put a buff block. Yeah, that's game. Alright, so I think I mistook this person for a cleaver and then pre-banned Ran. They pre-banned Aras and Amelia though, so I think I was thinking of somebody else. And they first picked Hwayoung, so not getting cleaved. They take Destina here, you know, to combat the AOL, and then Aravi. So when I see these two together, I think about taking Arya, which maybe I should just slam Arya here instead of another DPS. I think I probably just should have. I mean, they have 2 picks to respond. Yeah, because I think Arya would have been a pretty good pick into both of these, and my thought process was, oh, I don't want to take it because they could take something that makes it really awkward in the 4-5 slot. Something with unbuffable. But then it still gives me the option of responding in 5, and so instead now I'm kind of like, oh, do I take like a DPS here or something that doesn't really fit well? Yeah, I think I misplay. So I take ADS. I should have just taken Arya here, I think. Arya or some sort of tank. Aros being banned, I guess, honestly FCC would have been fine. He takes Solitaria, and that's a counter to the ADS, so we kind of have to ban that. Yeah, I think ADS was actually a really horrible pick. I really misdrafted here. I just have like a sitting duck against Hwayoung, and I can't afford to ban the Hwa. And now he picks Landy, which is also a little bit awkward. So he's probably banning AOL. Honestly, maybe I just should have just slammed Arya instead here and just went for it. Let's see, the Solitaria. Yeah, I would have to ban the Solitaria, which means I'd have to kill that Landy ASAP. But that's a little tricky when the opponent has double revive, right? With Destina and Aravi. I take Carrot here, so I have reach for the Landy. But this is a pretty bad draft because I'm just going to get shredded by Hwayoung. Yeah, I should have just taken Arya 4th, I guess. Or a tank or something. So this actually might have been an okay draft if I had my DN on Tome instead of Rod, because I could skill 3 here and then potentially lap and get a skill 2 off to boost, and then my entire team would have attack buff. But actually it looks like the Landy is still cutting, so probably not. I guess we're all inning on the Destina, but it's pretty tanky. So now I'm not sure what to do. Yeah, I don't have attack buff. This was a bad draft. I pretty much already lost. Warhorn Destina, that's interesting. I wonder if this person doesn't have hand guy. This Landy is going to push up Huayang. At least my carrot gets a turn first. We don't get to burn Huayang though because of the speed buff. We do get to kill Landy, I guess. Oh, and this is another Hellcutter Aravi. What's with all these Hellcutter Aravis? I just noticed that. What the heck? So bizarre. At least there's no skill 3 target here. I mean, he could have just skill 3 to kill DN. I guess now he just kills DN with Huayang. Does he even need to skill 3? Yeah, probably just for immunity so he doesn't get clueless. So he's going into the Amaro. Okay. At least Amaro lives. We can try to seal APOC, but we miss. And we don't get a proc. Not a huge deal, because he was just going to cleanse it with Destina. I mean, it does give Aravi a little bit of an extra CR boost. So we could skill 3 with DN, but then Landy just murders us. But I guess I do it anyways? That seems wrong. Oh wait, maybe, no, I think actually Landy should only get 8 stacks. Yeah, so Landy doesn't get to skill 3. Okay, but we skillfully dual attack anyways, which was part of the plan. But now he can just revive Landy with APOC. So Landy's back again. This time with skill null. But at least she doesn't get full stacks, but she crits DN, which stinks. Yeah, now we just have Carrot in front, so Carrot's just gonna get deaded. I can probably just concede here. I don't really know why I'm still playing. Yep, there we go. Healed. Okay, next up we have a game against Mazizo. We get C. Lilius. He's banned Ran, which is nice. I think he's a Ran player. I was a little confused why he banned Ran. He's taking the APOC. We can take Stenny here. And Amelia. I think that's the best setup for us. Yeah, I always just dread the incoming Politis. But yeah, I think you have to go Amelia here. Because he's setting up to do like a big tanky ARAS draft. And I think Amelia's the only way we're breaking through. Okay, he takes Lionheart's Sirmia. And there's the ARAS. So now we need 2 big DPS options. I think Landy is good because, you know, Aras and Handguy both put out a ton of buffs. So Landy's a good option. And then I guess we go Arya. I think Arya is actually okay because Arya will shield our Landy, you know, if Guiding Light fails, and can threaten to, you know, get rid of all those annoying buffs. I guess she triggers Lionheart Sirmia a lot. But maybe we don't care. My Landy's fairly tanky. He takes Millum. I think we just ban the Millum. We kind of have to. Maybe Arya was not the play. What else do we take, though? Strays is okay, I guess. He has Aravi, though, which means that Strays could be a little bit awkward. Also, I don't know if I've re-geared my Strays at this point. Okay, he bans the Arya. So we get full attack buff Vigor. What do we blow up, though? Probably whatever's not protected by Aras. Alright, the Sirmia is protected. That's kind of not a surprise. So maybe we just blow Adventure Aras up? Push Handguy back? Or we could push Aras back. And then blow up Handguy. So then his entire team is attacked down and provoked. I guess that's an option. I'm debating here if I want to Soulburn into the Handguy, I think. I don't think that would have been a horrible use of souls. Let's see how much damage it does. Yeah, that probably would have killed because we would have gotten another debuff. He can put up barrier. We can potentially burn now. I guess I want to save the soul burn for Stenny. Oh, we didn't Guiding Light. Yeah, I should have burned. Wow, that's unfortunate. Okay, Ice Crystal saving the day here, and Ras is still provoked, so our Landy is going to survive. But we're kind of losing the race now because this is going to activate Lionheart. We pull Amelia, that's not good. Yeah, I think I needed to kind of overwhelming force this one and kill something. I think maybe pushing Handguy back and trying to kill Aras was potentially the play. And then if we nuke into Lionheart after that, she doesn't get the barrier. We can burn with Landy now, though. So this will do a lot of damage. We do cycle out of Amelia shield, though, which kind of stinks. We fail Guiding Light again. Aravi's up there at 100%. Actually, I misplayed this. Oh wow, why did I boost Landy? I should have boosted Stenny and soulburned into Apocalypse Ravi and tried to kill her. Ah, that was bad. Yeah, I really misplayed that. Interesting. This is also a super slow Lionheart Sirmia. Yeah, now with defense buff, we're not killing anything. I think I might have been able to win this if I played properly. But now we are Omega dead. Playing against Giovanni DM15 here. We have pre-banned the exact same heroes, which is always fun. So he first picks Ran, which just kind of says, like, I'm gonna cleave you. Or rather, I first pick Celilius, and then he responds immediately with Ran Politis, which, you know, says, I'm gonna try to cleave you. So I'm switching to a defensive stance here. With Apoc and Trozet. He picks the designer Lilibet. And Landy. The Landy's a little spooky. That could be a lot of damage. Also, I guess I probably need to presume it's fast. We can take Fallen Cecilia just to mitigate as much damage as possible. The problem is now I think he's just going to ban Apoc. Like, what else do we take? I guess I could take Hua? Hua's okay. We kind of need to ban Ran now. Or we could ban Designer Lilibet and just race, because I don't think he's banning Celilius. Okay, he takes Spectre. Ran is spooky, you know, because those defense breaks will just kill us. Yeah, I think we have to ban Ran. Okay, he bans Fallen Cecilia. We get Apoc, which is nice. We have a cleanse with Trozet. Apoc will probably get reset by Designer Lilibet, though. So we have some options. We could just go for max tank here and press buttons. You know, give vigor, make it harder for him to kill me. This does activate Politis, but she has attack down. Could also go for the S1 on something. I guess we do that. Okay, we get Apoc, which is nice. So that was lucky. Apoc or Hua would have killed there. I guess this gives Landy full stacks, though. Maybe S1ing was just the better play. Because now Landy can soul burn. And that's a lot of damage. Also, that's a 13k Landy, so if we S1 the Landy, we were not killing. I guess we just boost up Hua-Young now. And we can kill the Designer Lilibet probably. And then because Landy's in stealth, that means Spectre is revealed. Oh no, we're reset. Okay, well we have to go into Designer anyways, I think. We didn't get reset on this. I think we just run it. I don't think he can kill Hua-Young with defense buff, anti-crit, and that big shield, and Trozit mitigation, even with a Soulburn on Stenny. So I think we just need to get rid of his units. He can stun Hua, which is a little annoying, but we get the Trozit counter, but no stun. I think he's debating about soul burning. Doesn't go for it. I think that's the right choice. You kind of you almost want to not Guiding Light. And Soul Burning increases your chances of Guiding Light, and now you can just Soul Burn Spectre, so I think that was the right play. He does get to Soul Burn Spectre now. Can he kill a Ravi? We still have Vigor. I don't think it kills. Nope. Definitely Soulburn stun. We don't want any more damage coming in. And we're not going to get enough souls to Soulburn APOC anyways. Okay, and now, oh, Landy stealth so we can kick Stenny. That's game. Alright, see you next time.